10th standard students, a very good morning and warm welcome. Okay, so now we are in the social study part 2 and we are in the geography part, and in the last video we have started the chapter number 10, and the chapter name is India Industries. We are discussing here about the industries of India. So in this part we have already completed the meaning of the industry, the importance of industry, and in this the industrial system, how the industry works. Okay, so we have completed all those things. Okay, industrial system means that input output, we can't use the raw material, it should get processed and then only we will get a product, and this processing is getting done in the industry. Now we will do the next topic, that is the localization of industries. Okay, see, localization of industries means how a industry can be located. We can't locate a industry where the favorable factors are not there. Okay, favorable factors means suppose skilled laborers are not there in and around, so we can't make a industry there. There are other factors also. Transportation is very bad. What to do there? We can't. Only if we are getting the land also for cheap rate also, then also we can't do it. Okay, so we will be discussing it. Okay, the localization and growth of industries are influenced by many factors. There are many factors which are being influenced. There are many factors which influence the growth, the development of any industry. So the localization. So localization depends on many factors. The most important factors affecting the localization of industries are as follows. The most important. These are the points, or these are the factors which should be there, or else it is very difficult to localize an industry. Number one is the supply of raw material. Okay, this is the main important thing for an industry. Raw material is the main thing which is being processed in the industries with the help of other factors to get the output. Supply of power. Power should be there. This is also very much important because machineries, what the industries are having, they runs on electricity. So electricity facility must be there. Transport and communication facilities. Transport should be good, or else you can't send your finished product to the market. Market facility. Market should be good. Okay, local market should be good, international market should be good. Okay, so main is the local market. If your local market is good, means you can cut down your transportation charge. You don't have to send your product from Bangalore to Chennai for selling. Okay, you can sell it in the local market. So once the transportation is being cut, these all are the factors. If these are favorable, then only you can give the product at cheaper rate, or you have to hike the price, because no industries can sell the product by making a loss. Capital should be there. Capital, it doesn't mean only the money, the machineries and all, they are all coming under the capital. So capital should be good. Not only money, machineries, modern machineries should be there. So these are the factors which are influencing the growth, development and localization of a industry. Labor and water supply. Labor should be good. Local labor should be there. Skilled labor should be there. And water supply. Water is needed everywhere. Okay. Not only in household, in the industry also we need water. So water supply should be there. If there is a deficit of water supply, it will not be possible to get the finished product efficiently or effectively, because other factors are there with you. All these factors, see, we are a human being. We are having heart, lungs, kidney, eye, mouth, everything. Okay, these all are important. Maybe some are more important. But without, see, if you are having only heart, if you don't have lungs, it is not possible to run your body. okay, or you will not be alive. So like that only factors, the all are important equally, okay. So all the factors are there, then only it will be a favorable position for a industry to localize in that place. So labor and water supply, ideal climate is very much important, and government policies are also important, okay. Government policies, the tax will come. If I am running an industry, or suppose I have done an industry in Vijaypura, okay, it's not that I don't have to pay the tax and all, okay. There are very legal measures which I have to fulfill, then only I can run my industry. So those are coming under the government policies. So government policies also should be friendly and favorable. I have to pay the tax, the custom duty and all, okay, but it should not be a very high so that I have to sell my product at a higher price. If my price is higher due to the government policies, what happened? In the last video we have done the globalization. The people will prefer the foreign products which are cheaper. So not only the local product or the foreign product, those who are in the manufacturing of products and all or industries, everybody tends to have their product at low cost. If it is high, it is a competitive market, people are there to give you the product for less price. Okay, so what is the localization of industry? The localization and growth of industries are influenced by many factors. The most important factors affecting the localization of industries are as follows. What are they? Supply of raw materials, supply of power, transportation and communication facilities, market facilities, capital, labor and water supply, ideal climate and government policies. Now we will go for the major industrial regions of our country. What are the major industrial regions of our country? In India, several industries are there and several industrial regions are there. What are these industrial regions? Means those part of the country, okay, or the state or district, whatever it is, they are having lots of industries which are helping for the economic development of the country. Industrial region refers to a region with the concentrate of one or a variety of industries, okay. Concentrate means many companies are there, okay, many industries are there, that is known as industrial region. So that's why Peenya industrial region, that is the largest industrial region in Asia. It's in Bangalore, okay, it's in Bangalore. If you go for Peenya industrial region, their residence is less, but one after one, okay, you will get only the manufacturing industry, mainly the machineries. They do the production of machineries, what it is required in the industries. Industries runs with the help of the machinery. Those machineries are being produced there, means they are being manufactured there, okay. So that is the Peenya industrial estate, okay, that is the largest estate in the Asia. So industrial regions refers to a region with the with a concentration of one or variety of industries. If you go to Whitefield, okay, they are also, it is a industrial region, EPIP industrial region. Why they named it as industrial region? Because that region is having more and more industries, okay. The areas are being dominated by industries. Those areas are being dominated by the industries only and industrial activities. Industries and industrial activities. It is usually urbanized. So what happened? Cities and all, they are urban area. Rural area are the village area. Though the industries are also being developed in the village area, but they are mostly being developed in the urban area. So what is telling here? It is usually, so industrial regions are coming under the urban area. So they are known as it is usually known as the urbanized, okay. Industrial region located in areas where ideal factors for their localization are found. Industrial regions are located in those places where the Factors for their localization, we discuss it. What are the factors? They are present, then only one person will put up a industry there. Okay, in India there are 8 major industrial regions. Okay, in India they are main. Apart from that, many regions are there, but these are the main industrial regions of our country. What are they? The Hooghly Kolkata region, it's in West Bengal. The Mumbai Pune region, it's in Maharashtra. The Ahmedabad Vadodara region, it's in Gujarat. The Madurai Coimbatore region, okay, it's in Tamil Nadu. The Delhi Meerut region, it's in Delhi. Visakhapatnam Guntur region, it's in Andhra Pradesh. The Kollam Tiruvananthapuram region, it's in Kerala. And the Bangalore Tamil Nadu region. Okay, these are the name of the 8 main industrial area of our country. These are the major, but there are many other places which are also flourished with industries. Okay, but these 8 are they plays a vital role because they are having a very concentration of industries in that places. So which are they? The Hooghly Kolkata region, West Bengal, the Mumbai Pune region, Maharashtra, the Ahmedabad Vadodara region, Gujarat, the Madurai Coimbatore region, it's in Tamil Nadu. The Delhi Meerut region, it's in Delhi. Okay, the Visakhapatnam Guntur region, it's in Andhra Pradesh. The Kollam Tiruvananthapuram region, it's in Kerala, and the last is the Bangalore Tamil Nadu region. So with this, we have completed your major industrial areas. Questions will come like this. Write 3 or 4 vital industrial regions of our country. It may be for 2 months, it may be for 3 months. If you write at least 3 also of this, you will get the full marks. Okay, so please concentrate on this part so that you can get the full marks if the question in your exam comes like this. Okay, so see you soon in the next video with major industries of India. So have a nice day and thank you.